Sounds like a plan.
Alright. It does sound like a plan. Last time. Sand. Sand occurred. Sand extremely occurred.
Sand in video games.
Did I buy katanas? Do I still not have katanas? I have 2 Muramasas. They're both equipped. I need to go buy a Muramasa. Also, 13 birds.
Newbie.
5,000 birds. If I get a new unit and my inventory is full, I can just ditch someone. Right?
Yes.
Okay. It's not like I have to have an open slot.
You got a lot of birds.
It tends to happen.
Some would say too many birds.
You should bring a bird with you one of these days. Just
I
have
did-
a bird.
I did once.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I murdered it.
When I say have one with you, I don't mean murder it. I mean use it.
No, we did. Yeah, I brought a red chocobo, and I showed off like choco meteor and stuff like that, and showed that birds are actually really good.
But like actually use it. Keep them with you. Have a good time.
Unfortunately, this game doesn't let you have fun. It doesn't give you a lot of spare party slots.
I'm just saying.
This game does too
Try
let you
that.
have fun.
Oh, did I cash in on all that murder I did last time?
I guess it did.
Yeah, I guess I did. Alright, well. Oh, right, that's the other problem. I will buy 1 more Amasa and call it a day.
Buy exactly one Muramasa and pass out.
Yes.
Call 911. We got ourselves a Muramasa. Different from a Murasame. And different from
Masamune.
Masamune. That's what I was getting. Yeah, good point. All 3 of those are different famous sword makers.
I really do need to do this side mission at some point. So we don't have to walk all the fucking way around Golden Coal City every time we need to go to the other half of the map. Probably next session. I will sit down and get some people leveled up. So we can show off some of the other fun classes.
That desert. The desert of beds.
Okay. Garrison. Take your pick.
Oh, nice. Yeah, this one.
Hmm.
You want
would
to
you
do the
like to take?
sluice stuff? Or the other one? There's no real difference here. Like, they are different missions, but there's no, like, significant change in
Yeah.
any kind of plot
Let's
beat
go
or
north.
anything like that.
Going
Like, I
north.
think there's different enemies here and everything, so you might want to be concerned about that, but that's it.
Yeah, we'll find out. We will learn. Alright, Big Dave. Where's Big Dave? There's Big Dave.
So how's the gang doing?
Pretty good, all things considered. Rampart needs to be on, like, more missions, just because he gets, like, 1 kill and calls and then dies immediately. There we go. I like this team. There, now the team is symmetrical. I'm gonna save over here because I can't remember what save slot I saved on before jumping in. It was 9. Okay. There we go. Moved everything around. North Wall.
That's an ActRaiser town.
You're right, actually.
Are we going to ActRaiser town?
Ah. 2 archers high up on cliffs.
2 archers. 3 archers. Archer warning.
Hoshigami warning.
Also, keep those lancers in mind too, because they can also hit you from far away.
Yes. Welcome to range map.
Hmm.
Just coming in through the front door, huh?
Also, that
I mean-
guy.
What other way would we come in?
Where's Raz? Okay.
Through the back,
He
like
took-
real
He
strategists.
took a step back. He was. God, this is the dumbest fucking thing in this.
The one lone monk who's just hanging out here.
One
Having
lone
a time.
monk with earth
I don't know.
clothes, so actually is a threat. And magic gauntlet. A monk
Less
who's
of a
confused.
threat.
There's actually a sub-theme of monks who were confused on maps in these games, in this game specifically. Because, alright, this is a mission that you won't see because it's in War of the Lions only. In, I think, the mission that introduces Balthier, there is a monk in one of the, like, cutscenes who pulls out a sword and swings
Yeah.
it at Raz.
Hell yeah.
It doesn't work
And
out
the
well
thing
for him.
is, it doesn't work out. And the thing is, in the map itself that you play afterwards, that monk who has equipped sword is in the map. He sucks. He's worthless.
Sothaby.
Sotheby.
Sotheby.
Yeah, there he is.
He's fake.
That's
Sotheby.
actually I had a character named Sotheby the first time I played the game. That's why I use that name occasionally in games.
Okay, this Lancer though, with the obelisk.
It's just that one of those collections of words that sort of stuck with you.
Yeah, he was the first like character that really like worked in my support type. Like I made him a time mage, white mage, and then
Huh, so
it was amazing.
I have a similar story with the ninja Albert, who killed everyone and everything.
Alright, so both of these boys are same hat, except one has item, one has charge. Alright, so not much to be concerned about with these boys outside of their primary jobs. Actually, I didn't really take a good look at the archers. I just looked at their equipment. One has battle skill, so he can do ranged breaks. The other one also has battle skill. So, also same hat.
Oh, Tom Selleck is here.
Well, time
You're not
for
wrong.
time for my usual maneuver of actually, let me wait. Time to haste everybody and call it a day. Oh boy. Well.
Wow, damn. 84, huh?
They
Powerful bows.
yeah, they must have a good compatibility as well or something. That is a lot of damage from a bow.
That monk just slowly walking up to you, very slowly, very carefully.
Wow.
Not very sure what it's gonna do. Ooh boy, Wawa Weewa here, huh? 1.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is actually. They're both Aquarius. No, that's Aries.
But they are both Aries, so they have the same
Aries that has
stats.
best compatibility with Libra, which is what Luna is. So yeah, that was
Okay.
50, that was 50% boosted damage. Okay, let's look at this turn order and see if she is salvageable at all. Faye can run over and chakra her. And
Meanwhile, though, it means that Dave is immune to both of these archers. Dave takes no damage at all. Dave
Yeah.
will fuck them up.
Dave does not care.
Dave can draw out Morimasa. No. Kiyomori. There we go. Drawing out Kiyomori plus Chakra might save Luna. Dave does not require the haste. Dave goes to battle. Does she get behind her? Might not get hit by the summon that way.
This is a pretty slow summon, so it's probably a big one.
Oh, there we go. 100 HP. She'll live. She'll live free. Or she can just move too.
That summon was doing 105 damage.
Yeah, it's also targeted on her. So if I get her to move, what's the range on summons? Is it 2 or 3?
It's 2. It
Okay.
okay, it's
Two most
3
of the
technically
time.
speaking.
Yeah, it's the spot and then 2 spaces out. Some of them, however, and by some I mean like 2, go a little bit wider, and that's pretty much
Yeah.
just Bahamut.
Yeah.
So if you
Bahamut,
go
I
out-
think.
And also Odin and maybe Salamander, or not Salamander,
Oh,
Leviathan.
Yeah.
That's 2.
So if you go outside of the dedicated range of a summon, do they just immediately go blind or something?
well,
Pretty much.
yeah, that or it's targeted, so they're not going to. That's not going to happen. Ah, so you like summons, huh?
Let me show you summons. Heh, you like Zalbers?
I'll show you Zalbers.
Who is that? Oh, that's the Dragoons who haven't moved yet. No? Who's Andy?
Andy is one of the archers.
Andy's
the other
one of
archer, the one at the
Yeah,
top.
he shot without
Yeah.
moving, that's why. Oh boy. Hi, Chang.
Beck and Carlson, the Lancers. What good names.
Alright, let's just drop
I'm
the
all
Titan.
about. I am all about Beck and Carlson.
Drop a Titan and call it a day. I should send somebody to back up Big Dave, though.
You could. You do have Protect and Shell on everyone. Protect on Big Dave when he's also got worse compatibility with these two.
Hammers, though.
Means he's invincible. Yeah. Hammers, though. Fade to silence and light and give us power.
Just gonna put
Doesn't
this
that mean-
right over here. All right, there we go.
Oh, that's right. Shell. That's why she was gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Totally forgot. My bad.
I caught that it was like 100 something, so with Shell, she was fine.
Yeah, it's 105, and I
So-
think Shell reduces it to 2/3 roughly, or 60%.
I think it's a third off, yeah.
Charging? Well, I guess Raz is just gonna remove you.
Wow, charging with a. Okay.
Yeah, instead of, that other thing that's charged, but you're safe.
Yeah, why do that when Lance jump is strictly better than charge for a Lancer?
Whatever. Removed.
Also, I'm pretty sure jump is faster too. So
Jump goes off of a different system where it's more about straight actual ticks. Like, I think it's
Yeah.
4 or 5 just ticks itself rather than charges the system. So it can be faster or it can be slower depending on the charge.
all right, fair enough.
It's weird.
Yeah, I figured just like laxer standards as opposed to charge, which is just like, since it's your introductory move, you get it really early on, it would probably have more limitations on it.
Yeah, really? From there? Sure. Asshole.
Well, that's distance. They got that height advantage, He's fighting from the high ground. Man, that monk sucks.
I should people as
That monk
brave
can't do
as.
shit.
Yep. Just gonna take a break, cast move on myself. That monk has 68 brave. He is not good.
68, not so great.
Almost. Almost.
Doesn't have a movement skill even. What are you doing, buddy?
Every now and then, Big Dave must be medic. The character arc where Big Dave learns to stay his hand every now and then.
Healing is like attacking in reverse, right?
Something like that.
Listen, if you actually fix someone being cut directly in half, that's like cutting them in half again, but the opposite way.
You learn to be a better hurting person if you know how to heal them after you hurt them. So you know, oh, I can actually heal someone after this. Maybe I should cut him this way instead. That'll definitely kill him.
Maybe we should just blow through JoJo's Part 4 again to get a better understanding of that.
See, if I return everything to the way it was before, that's like healing. Do you think some people find this demeaning when they have to do the call out for Moogle?
Round and round to go.
Yeah, they just sort of stop the incantation halfway because they realize what they're doing and they feel really embarrassed.
Mowgli.
Oh, you know what? The other thing I forgot to do. That might be causing a little bit of the sound problem. I forgot to make the emulator and OBS high priority. There we go.
Maybe it's some sort of galaxy brain shit where it's like you want to draw attention to yourself so that everyone stops what they're doing and stares at you and go, wait, you're summoning that, and then stop paying attention to what they're doing and get hit.
What are you? You're a Libra. Hello. Hi. I know things about Libra. Libra isn't good with Gemini. I thought Libra was good with Gemini, and it's not. That's fine. Time to kill another Lancer. Maybe. Yes.
Once again, my club has crushed something worthless.
It's been a good stage for Raz. What will that kill? That'll kill. I remember that doing enough to kill.
What would Japanese be for iron crushing's like club? I gotta know.
Is that almost like
steel crushing sword, but sorry, steel slicing sword, but for
Steel-
clubs.
Steel bending beam tackle.
what's Zanbato translate to? Like, yeah.
I have no idea. It's supposed to be the horse cutting sword, but
Yeah.
I don't know if that actually translates out to that.
Like, one of my
Zanbatsu-
Well,
favorite...
Zan is cut.
Yeah, and Zantetsuken is a steel cutting sword, but what would crushing be? I guess, and because I know club would be both there.
Hold up.
Like,
Steps
One of
down these stairs, immediately turns my back to the enemy.
Yeah, that's a bold move.
Powerful.
one of my favorite space constraint stories is about Final Fantasy VII and naming Omni Slash when in Japanese it had, like, some big fuck-off long grandiose name that could actually fit in the character limit, and they couldn't do that in English, so it's Omni Slash, fuck you.
Many cutter.
36 trigram many slices or something like that, and it's just, yeah.
Yeah, it definitely had War God or something in there, but yeah.
And
Not
then
gonna lie, I like Omni Slash more.
Yeah, it gets the point
Every
across.
slash.
How many times did you cut him? A lot. A lot. Like a lot.
Dave is going next. Let's make sure that this cure gets off.
Like, Omni Slash is a cooler name in just brevity. Ultimate Supreme War God Slash, or whatever it was in Japanese, kind of gets the point across that Cloud is really desperately trying to be cool.
Spoilers, he's not. He's a big dork, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I love FF7 Cloud for being a giant doofus.
Yeah, it's really endearing in a way.
Can you get you with the Hell Ivy? Hell yeah. Destroyed. Removed. Absolutely annihilated. Feels though Raz has maybe gotten enough kills this map. And this one's sort of a...
How many is he up to?
enough.
Fair.
Yeah, that'll do. Alright, everybody, take 5 for like 5 turns. Well, that lets me get some more white magic off for some extra experience. This is how I grind, by the way. Like, if somebody has a support spell, they never attack. They just cast spells the entire time. I can't get up to him and steal. Wait, yes I can. No. Can I take Gil from Big Dave? Big Dave, give me just a moment here. It is now in the 11th hour that I realize that they spell accessory wrong.
Oh yeah.
Give me a hot minute, Big Dave.
Much like Krillin throwing a rock at Goku, I'm gonna throw the shuriken and see if Big Dave catches it. Aw. Oh no!
Alright. Wow. Wow, Big Dave. Prevent? Wow, okay.
One stroke, certain death.
Don't do that, Raz. I'm glad that at least you have, by doing so, you have accomplished the correct thing of Raz is dead on every map.
Big Dave doesn't actually follow orders. You just point him in the right direction and he'll kill whatever's in front of him. Or behind.
Also,
Sickle
really,
straight.
newbie? Really?
Every now and then, I forget what's on certain people in this game.
It's fine, we take those.
It's all good. Big Dave feels bad about it.
Does he? His boss is cleaved in twain.
Also, thank you LBTD for Tilde for the clip. Immortalized, return revenge of Big Dave.
If it makes you feel any better, newbie.
Oh, that lag though.
Oh yeah. Dave would have died, or Dave would have killed Resma even at full health.
Yeah, Big Dave kind of does a lot of damage.
No.
And there's no way to control it, and he can't turn it off. We have to do something before the armies collide, says Razma, feeling his hubris.
Good job, by the way.
We have 2 very good hammers for every situation.
I love the ending screen with Big Dave looking down at Ramza, who's kneeled over, and he's just like, "What's up, motherfucker?"
You did this, remember.
Raz can't fire Big Dave. It would not end well for Raz. He keeps Big Dave on the team out of fear.
And respect.
A little of both. But what is respect is not fear, but the opposite way.
No?
Fear and respect is the same.
Moss fungus. I don't know if that was mentioned last time. It's a really dumb name.
Why are you standing out in the open where the fungus is?
Because he's a general. Like a frontline general.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Moss fungus.
I had completely forgotten that Larg existed.
I mean, he's the counterpoint to Goltana.
This is a good touch of call the chemist. Yes, get the chemist in here.
Chemist before White Mage, I noticed.
Well, it's more of a confusing poison. Might not be something that you can immediately rid with Asuna.
Listen, traditionally fungus is not as easy to get rid of as bacteria are, okay? And if you were going to do it, you'd probably want to be able to just destroy them in some way, which is easier to do as a chemist.
What a move!
It was pretty quick.
Your dice dog, what the fuck?
Ugh, ugh.
Merlin, did you poison?
No, Larg was the uncle, right?
Larg is brother to the queen, so he is the uncle to Prince Ornius.
Yes.
Ornius,
And-
whatever.
But he is, because Ornius is only... Okay, I did hit. I did
He's
not
only
hit
like
it.
3 years old at this point.
Yeah, because, he's only 3. He is more or less in control.
He's going for regency because of that.
Yeah.
He is technically both a prince and a duke at the same time. He has a better claim than the other duke.
Yeah.
So, how did Regency succession typically work out when
Wait, I
you
did
had
save.
a king that was
Nope.
far too young
This
to
one.
actually fulfill his duties?
Usually there's like a council put forward, or in some cases just like the uncle or whatever that is in charge until they reach their age of legitimacy, which it depends on the certain region that you're in. Sometimes it's like 18 or 21 or 25.
Yeah, but I'm talking like the usual cloak and dagger bullshit getting in the way of...
Oh man, so many people died.
Uh-huh, that's what I thought.
So many people.
Meat bone slash.
Yeah.
Bone slash is ready.
That's actually pretty good.
What?
I mean, it's... With how often people get knocked to fool the dead in this, it's less good.
Danger Ramza.
No. So it deals all of your HP, like your max HP and damage when you hit critical. But that requires you to hit critical.
And the person who might pick it up, Big Dave, already does his max HP and damage anyway with a counter.
Exactly.
So,
that's it.
oh, right, because in tactics, you're more likely than not to just one-hit KO people.
Just to fall flat on your face. Soon.
Soon?
It's here.
It's time?
It's time for Meteor.
Oh boy.
The strongest magic.
The big man. Meteor. 1500 JP. I want to say that's at least either the most expensive or second most expensive move in the entire game.
I think it's most expensive.
Yeah.
It's either that or tied with Bahamut, but I think Bahamut's only 1200.
I think Klops is more, Cyclops is more expensive, isn't it?
It should be like a bit.
Cyclops is only about 1,000 something, maybe 1,200.
Weird.
So is there some sort of mechanical issue with Meteor that makes it too slow to actually be effective, and then something else usurps it as the best skill?
It's just too slow.
It's very slow.
Ha! That's what I thought. I've got Final Fantasy IV on the brain. I was thinking about that.
You can still target with it, so it's not like you'll miss with it or anything. It's just that
Also, the person we got it on does have short charge.
yeah.
Which helps.
It's still too slow. It's like you're better off using basically anything else. You're better off just having black magic on your time mage, that kind of thing.
Yeah, because in Final Fantasy IV was always just like Meteor was a guaranteed quad 9, but it took ages, so you're better off using Bahamut and Flare.
Yes, Raz. This is a sound decision that can't go wrong.
Yes.
Flooding everyone is okay.
Isn't he on the side that would get flooded?
Half the country is flooded and the other half is drowning. This is the obvious solution.
Slater, the wizard. I'll point this out here. This is a map which I think you fight 9 units.
There are a lot of men on this map. It is, I think, 8. Unless there's
It's 8 or 9. It's very, very high number though. This is they've got way more dudes than you do.
Wind slash bow. Ultimus bow. Hello.
Ultimus.
It's a big bow.
It's a big bow. Range 5. Is that more than normal?
Is that bigger than a normal number?
It's the opposite problem of Artem Buster.
Man. Artem Buster is so powerful, though.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a knight with an ice brand and a black robe on. We know what that does. That's actually
Way
a
too
problem.
much damage. That person needs to go away.
That's a wizard knight. Be careful.
That is every knight on this map.
Oh no. They
They
learned.
know they know the secrets of using Ice Brand to cast Ice 2.
Shit. This is actually wrong.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Oh, a very powerful wizard here. This guy,
Black magic and summon.
this guy is slightly less powerful, but does have a black robe on. Okay, fucking. Where do I start? Running up and slamming into this knight, probably.
Probably.
Oh, you are very defensive. Does not matter.
It's a little concerning how many of these units are in please go away tier.
Every so often this game has a difficulty spike. This might be one of them.
The thing is about this map is that you can technically end it before actually beating everyone, if you wanted to.
Yeah, you have to.
You only have to kill the 2 knights up there who don't move.
Okay, so that would be.
That's why there's 8 units.
They are guarding the sluice gate switches, yeah.
Hey,
And they're Beck and Hamilton. Nice. Again, a good squad name, you know? Not as good as Beck and Carlson, but Beck and Hamilton's pretty good. Also, that's 2 Becks in a row. I like that.
That's true.
He's a shit wizard. I have a gun.
Is that what you say when you fight a wizard in real life?
Yes.
don't you?
It happens more often than you'd hope.
Damned wizards.
Piece of shit wizard, I have a gun.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
sure,
was
you're gonna kill
that wizard
someone.
did not need to get shot at all. They are just dead. Here comes Big Dave.
Oh my God. How much is this gonna do?
Enough.
Big Dave, if he gets up to somebody who is casting anything, will kill them instantly. That's just what he do.
He does Dave damage.
Don't know why I thought that would work. Also, Big Dave's at full health. Doesn't matter. Don't even need a cure 2.
So-
Cure 1's fine.
Wanna just show it off? Your new move.
Because she'd die.
Ah, damn.
Yeah.
That's hardly an excuse.
Next time. Next time she gets a turn.
I'll allow it.
Pretty much we need to remove these wizards that are going to go straight squarely for her. Well, this is happening again. We're getting memories of Zalmor too.
This is why you want Ignore Height. I know it sucks, but Ignore Height is actually a good move unless you also act Teleport where it's strictly better. Teleport's strictly better.
If he is on a couple more maps with Eileen, he will actually get it.
Mhm.
He has trained enough with Eileen that he's gotten a lot of overflow experience.
Wait, are you... Okay. I was about to say, like, are you seriously curving the shuriken?
Yes,
Nice.
it's not going to hit. Holy shit. But what if?
From downriver.
It came from upriver.
No, stay safe. She's fine. Well, actually, she's about to get an arrow in the back of the head. God damn it. Block it. Block it. Damn. How dare you do this? Luna has become so squishy.
How dare you, in your own house.
Well, quandary. I have to make choices. This is literal Sophie's choice.
If only you had some way to apply magic from arbitrary distance. Some way to calibrate your expectation of where a projectile will fall without reliance on line of sight and intuition.
That's crazy talk.
Luna, did you get a new mic?
I have moved furniture, altering the acoustics of the room.
Ah, that's what it is.
Loon is now currently sitting in an empty room on the floor with nothing but
An
his
orb suspended in the void.
Yeah.
Luna's carefully mapped the positioning of all of the sound waves so that they will bounce in a very specific pattern.
Luna has finally achieved his dream of becoming one with the void. Yeah, fuck it. Eat this X potion. You deserve it. You earned it today.
He threw a shuriken at Big Dave, and then Big Dave cut him in half, and they're like, oh man, we should just treat Raz better for the rest of the day.
And it missed anyway.
Look, it's insurance. It's not there to actually bail you out of a bad situation. It's there to make you feel like you could have been bailed out of it.
Why weapon guard instead of parry?
I was about to say it sounds cooler, but parry sounds cooler. What am I talking about?
Wait, what? Oh, I was on potion. I was very confused
what-
there for a moment.
It's one of those phrases that is technically more correct, but it doesn't have anywhere as good of a mouthfeel. You know, like treasure box versus treasure chest. Treasure box may technically be more correct. Treasure chest has got a better mouthfeel.
Draper, huh?
Draper.
Draper, where do you come up in the ATV? You sure don't.
He's slow and dumb. Time to get rid of you.
Well,
Draper is lost in thought.
in 7 turns, you're gonna fucking die.
Your motherfucking life ends in 30 minutes from now.
Ah, piss. He can move through that if Eileen's not there. Yes, counter!
Look, whatever. It doesn't matter whether you win or lose. You get to summon Kozilek.
Oh, you motherfucker. You are not doing this to me. You are
I
doing
think they're
this
doing
to
it to
me.
you. They're doing it to you.
He's fucking doing this to me.
I think you deserve it.
Says you. I can fix this.
Killjoys.
Can you?
Yeah. I think I
He's
can
got-
fix this.
You probably can. You've got throw.
I got throw.
You just throw something good, right? You might have the range.
I will throw a katana right through your midsection, son. God damn it, he has a lot of HP.
They usually do, unfortunately.
Fucking eat this spear. Damn it. Wait, do they do the effects of what you do? Will a mage master mute?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Worth a shot.
Damn.
Damn.
I want you to know you had our full support.
I can't believe you've done this.
Your only crime was trying to have fun. Don't worry about it.
We would have shown them the unlimited power of Meteor. And down goes Raz.
You
Nope.
got like
Yes.
5 or 6 more maps before the night is up.
I will show the unlimited power of Meteor.
Just kill everybody except one unit and then just plunk them down where they can't hurt anyone. Just go, alright, I've got an audience. Get the seats, motherfucker. You're in for the long haul.
Oh yeah, Slander? What are you gonna do? Slatter. Hey, guess what, motherfucker? I already did damage to you. I just need to find a weapon to throw. Who is fucking honking outside my window?
Huh.
Sorry, it's me.
God damn it.
Gotta get your attention somehow.
My own house. Yes! Exaxes. Eat shit. Fall off your horse. Like, seriously, what the fuck? Like, it's wild. Like, they just keep honking their horn. Oh no, it's getting closer. Holy shit. Well.
How are you doing that?
Yeah, let's.
How are you doing that with that spear?
Oh, you know, get him in the head.
I guess you could reach over and get the head, but come on, that's like, man, that's a weird swing.
So I think you're doing all right.
Yeah. As it turns out, my team is pretty good.
Yeah, the helmet, that is a circlet.
I need this.
Full ass helmet.
I need helmet.
Helmet.
I need to stop throwing my my white mage right in the thick of things because everybody hates her.
False.
Holy, 1 turn, meteor 2. 2 turns for meteor, huh?
2 turns for meteor, really.
2 turns for meteor.
Sounds like meteor's happening.
Oh wow! Would you look at the time? It's meteor o'clock. Oh, hold up! That's a hits friendlies spell.
Well, guess what?
I mean,
Big Dave.
Dave has all the time in the world to get out of the way.
No,
Yeah,
he doesn't.
exactly,
2 turns.
Big Dave will be fine.
Big
They're
Dave,
on a final day.
Big Dave will. It okay.
He's fine.
Big Dave's counter hits her somehow.
She did more damage to Big Dave. Luna leveled. You don't say. Why is that crystal red?
I think the crystal colors are literally random.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Crystal colors are tied to certain different unit types. Most crystal colors, like your own unit, has their own unique color set, and I think the difference between the different orders is also apparent. Like, some of them have blue, some of them have green, some have red.
Big Dave is fine.
Big Dave will recover. He bounces. Alright, let's see what
Man, I
Raz can
really-
learn from this crystal.
I just really love katana and flail as your move setup. That's good stuff.
It's the parry, and then... that's powerful.
I mean, just getting 3 free moves by itself is just good.
Whoops.
I like that.
That one just didn't give me anything.
Great.
Oh, but Weapon Guard is in there.
Great. Weapon guard.
Weapon Guard, which has saved Rampart's life multiple times.
It's a powerful skill.
It's okay.
I'm gonna see if I can get Weapon and Head Break. Or maybe equip armor. If you
What
consider...
about speed break?
Alright, there you go. I'm fucking... solid.
Equip armor is not important by the end of the game.
God,
It's-
I'm getting Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne flashbacks with all this fucking skill inheritance bullshit you're doing.
It's nice if you want to just boost somebody's HP. That was 20% chance. Raz, what the fuck? Like, what the actual fuck?
Don't worry about it.
Well, let's take this, guys, one last time.
The RNG on Raz is phenomenal tonight.
That is a 78% chance to go off.
Boy, I sure love raises with chances of failure. It's great.
He's fine.
Normally, they go to wear your heart at the gates of the underworld to get a 50-50 chance of being free of sin.
But Big Dave's a freak of nature. He knows he's got a 66 and 75% chance of being free of sin. And Michael, he knows. He's not Peter. He knows. He's just not gonna do shit. Is it Peter? I don't remember.
Wait, what?
Is it Peter or Michael who weighs your heart against a feather at the gates
Yeah.
of the underworld?
I mean, Big Dave is only free from sin because he knows he can just kill Michael and be done with it.
You have to stand on the switches to end this map. So you actually get to wait and get every single like box or crystal if you want in this one.
Oh, that's wild and bizarre.
Yeah.
It's a design choice.
The funny thing is, since you have to wait for the last dude you just killed anyway, you're not even wasting time by doing so. Because he's right there and he's just going to be on the switch until he's gone for good. So your squad has really pressing has to get over here and open up the gates. But they have to wait for the corpses to rot first.
Did they just not have enough memory for multiple victory conditions, or...?
No, I think somebody just made this victory condition and really didn't think it through. Yes!
Okay.
You were a black mage. Okay, hold that thought. You aren't picking up that crystal.
That's a lot of magic to get, though. Big Dave could learn the arts.
Or
He
we
could
could
be a
give
wizard.
we could give a bunch of black magic to Luna.
That's also fair. I'm just saying, though. Big Dave could become a wizard one of these days.
Can you really see Big Dave being a wizard?
Yes.
Yes. Trivially, actually.
I'm
Was
sorry.
magic.
Hold
but
up. I didn't know fire went that high.
Alright.
I have questions. I have questions.
Wow. Free Fire 4? What the fuck? Grab that.
I didn't know the spells went that high.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Free Fire 4. Wow.
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 I need that fucking Earthbound soundboard in my life ASAP.
Ty had that for a bit.
Yeah, he did, and I want it.
Alright, what do you got?
Buffy.
Get ability. Vertical jump 4. 4-foot vertical jump. Is that really all I can get from you?
4-foot vertical leap, otherwise known as... Yeah, alright. That's a decent jump.
So when you get a crystal in Tactics, you just like shake it like a magic 8-ball to try and re-roll.
That's literally what I'm doing.
Is that literally what Ramza is doing?
Raz just eats that one. Vertical leap. Taking it.
Why not?
Well, the main reason is... Let me just shuffle on down to this one that I'm pretty sure was one of the knights. Please select movable range. Game, why do you do this to me?
Lancers jump, they don't walk.
Why walk when you could jump?
Exactly.
Also, in retrospect, it seems like the rawest deal on the planet if you actually have like a bunch of dead units after getting rid of everybody and you have to wait for them to die too.
Yo,
I
it was
got
actually kind of
the
dangerous.
Ultimus bow.
Oh, cool.
Good work.
Great.
So, interesting thing about... Wow. Well, okay, the numbers. If you didn't actually succeed on that race, that race too, that chemist, Jeff, Dave, Denny would have had to go over there and resurrect Big Dave instead because Luna's out of MP.
Yeah. Look, these things happen. There we go. That's a winner. Weapon speed, charge 1. I'll take it.
Sounds alright.
Okay, what can we get from Black Mage number 2?
5 or 7.
Blind, Absorb, Moogle, and Invitation. What?
Yeah, you know, invitation. You want to join our team?
That
What is
that black mage had levels in Mediator.
Imagine if they had invited one of your people to join their side.
I must have just gotten everything that this Black Mage knows off of the other Black Mage. It's amazing that I'm rolling no Black Magic. Also, I see Float. That's worthwhile.
I'm kind of interested in Spell Absorb, honestly. Is that just Osmos?
Yeah,
I believe so.
it works about as well as Osmos usually works.
Amazingly. No, I don't remember actually.
That's a cool one. It depends on.
Alright, yep. No, she's not going to get anything Black Magic related off of that.
That one that had 5 and float, that's probably your best one, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Osmos was not super great in 4, but I respect Tella having it a lot because, you know, I like Tella's whole balance gimmick and...
He tried, dang it.
Yeah, like having Osmos to offset having 90 MP is a good mechanical decision.
Hi.
Even if the numbers don't play out.
Dial these abilities.
Whoa!
Oh, hello.
Just dial these numbers, indeed. He has a draw out that you didn't learn yet.
It's not a super good one.
No, it's not, but like, wow. You actually
stone.
found a
Throw stone.
throw stone.
There we go.
Throw
The winner.
stone.
The winner for now. We're going to re-roll this a couple more times because the guy apparently just has 1,000 abilities that Big Dave can learn. Level jump 2. He had levels in Dragoon.
I mean, why wouldn't you at this point?
Shield break. Shield break, though. That's just better. That's just better of the other one I had. Two more attempts
as
at
both
this.
Fire Stone and Bison Boat, both very important, and Shield Break. Yeah, go for this one.
Oh, but hold up. What if we just got everything?
Okay, yeah, no, here you go. This is the one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the one.
This is the stance.
This is free.
What if Big Dave just walked onto someone's corpse and then just experienced all of their life entering his mind at the same time?
I'm down with it.
Big Dave walked up to a corpse and steals the fire in their brow.
Shall we? There. Okay. Damn it! It's a chest.
Oh well.
It's less fun when I can't
Hey.
just game abilities. Oh, I got the 108 gems, which is actually useful. That's not how this map ends. How do you end this map?
You have to stand on both of the things.
Yeah. And I think then Raz's turn has to come up.
I think it's just you have to go to both of the situations where the knights were standing. That's how you end the map. You might have only gone to one.
How would you know that?
Hold up. Well, one hot second here.
There might be a switch that, like, do you notice occasionally there's another option that gets brought up on their turn?
Yeah.
There might be like a flip switch button.
It might. Let's go to the locations.
Does Rasmo have to do it?
He might have to.
Yeah. Because this is how you do it.
Yeah, I think you have to actually have Raz go to those locations.
Okay. That might be it.
Okay, I'm waiting for Rasma to have to go over to the cliff and then kneel down for 5 seconds for a whirlwind to take him away.
Yep.
Bend leg.
A+ reference, though.
I don't know. A lot of Final Fantasy Tactics seems to take a leaf from Castlevania 2's logic.
Bend leg.
Listen, Big Dave doesn't know how to operate it, that's all.
Be brave enough to bend leg. Rasma's the only one who they made an animation for kneeling down and poking something.
That's it. Yeah, you figured it out.
Oh, that's 100% what it is.
Mhm.
It's still stupid.
Oh,
For certain.
Mechanical limitations in old video games are just endlessly
This
fascinating.
is... It's not a bad, like, air quotes, bad map. It's just really poorly designed. I should have left somebody on the bridge.
Or no, not on the bridge, underneath it.
Like, that's just the thing, newbie. Like, how much of these old games' design boils down to limitations in the hardware, and how much is them being big idiot fuckers?
That one's more limitation of the hardware. That's more, they would have had to spend the extra man hours to make crouching down animations for literally every class in the game.
They actually do have crouching animations for every class in the game, rather a crouching position. They could have actually just used that instead.
Yeah, they wanted to have this fancy animation of him pulling the lever. So it's both a little design and limitations.
Yeah, I wanted to weirdly highlight the fact that Rems has got an ass in this sprite.
I mean, he does.
He does.
Orin has lived with Orlando for much of his life, and he's just like, oh wow, father, you're safe. Yes.
You've grown, I say to my 28-year-old orphan son. Actually, probably like 30-something at this point.
That laughing animation, though,
Yeah.
was very good.
Oh, they're reusing the crouching animation right now.
Reusing assets already. The crouching animation for Raz that was used only for that scene. Never used again anywhere else.
I mean, why would it be?
Goltana.
Dalmafula Lananando is such a weird character in this game.
I literally never knew she existed.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know she exists until Chapter 4.
But, like, I know
She's
a lot...
a non-character that
Yeah.
is actually relatively important to the plot.
Yeah, I know a lot of the characters in this game due to other material, and I've never heard of her.
It's okay, she's only on Delita's side of the story. So when you play through that later, you'll be able to see a lot more of her.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. When you have the playthrough of Delita's side, yeah.
Yeah, when you load up disc 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With his unit, Small Jeff.
Small Jeff, the opposite of Big Dave?
Yes.
Is that your tiny Guillermo del Toro?
Small Jeff, who knows every magic known to man.
Mm-hmm.
Bow down before the awesome might of this huge guy who's carrying the actual unit, Small Jeff.
Small Jeff is a chemist with draw out. Yep.
Then a small Jeff mediator would draw out.
Now we're talking.
The negotiator without scars is a poor diplomat indeed.
As the greatest coward known to man, I have not a single scar on my front.
Well,
They're all on my back.
here's literally the most broken unit in the game.
Orlando, who is given to you for free, basically complete, already really, really absurdly good. Better than every other character in the game, by far, including one you're going to get later.
You should
Starts
check
at
his
level
stats
50.
when you get a chance, though.
Yeah, hold up. I need to dismiss a chocobo.
Yep. Bird, get out.
Goodbye, Kermit.
Kermit, no.
I hate the Muppet movie. Because of the pig girl. She's disgusting. She never leaves the lizard alone.
What is that from?
Why is it so funny to you specifically?
It's okay.
It's
That's
not-
from a that is from a review that was left on the Muppet movie.
Okay. It sounds like a drill tweet.
The thing is, it was then adopted as a tweet afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just that, like, oh, right. Orlando starts at level 50 because, like, in Record Keeper, he also started at level 50, referencing that exact thing.
Well, he starts at level 29, but
He's actually
is-
underleveled for our crew.
the thing is that
whack.
even though he's underleveled for your crew, he's still more powerful than like 99% of them.
Orlando is one of the only units I think that has a 6-star growth in his base class. Literally, you don't change Orlando to a different class. You don't even sub him in a different class. He doesn't need to.
You give him like item or something, and that's it. Like
Yeah.
he just has his normal moveset and item, maybe, if he wanted to. He doesn't need it.
Because Orlando's like all sword schools wrapped up into one, right?
Orlando,
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Right. Okay.
I mean, you saw the name of his ability, which is just all sword skill.
Well, the leaders are dead. Both of them. Also,
Delita, no.
Delita, just flat out, nobody wants you as a king.
I mean, they're not wrong.
Oh, that blood.
Yeah, don't get stabbed in the guts or chest. There's gonna be a lot of that.
It is very hard to survive that. There's a... Okay. Alright. I was very confused here for a moment.
Gravados as Sid.
But, huh. Well... Gravados existed.
Yep.
That
Rest in peace,
Must take a-
Gravados.
that must take a lot of guts to just walk in as the decoy, know you're going to die as the decoy, and still going on with the plan.
Of course. Well, I mean, he's got to lose a lot of them. Convincingly.
The plan is we're faking Sid's death so he can sneak off and work with
Yes.
Ramza. Plan is to prevent people from wondering where the hell Sid is as he vanishes off into the night to have
Yeah, I
cool
mean,
heretic
like-
adventures.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, Gravados, good on you for
Yeah, like, a lot of
going through with it.
chutzpah to the guy that willingly is like, yep, I'll take I will die. Just kill me. Fuck me up.
Have you seen my pension?
I don't have anything left for me, honestly.
Well, we have a way back.
Nice war money.
Nice. Powerful. Yeah, so let's take a look at your boy here, who easily could be part of the side squad. Free. Starts with Excalibur.
Hey, newbie, what does the Excalibur do?
It gives you haste. The joke to why Orlando's Legendary Materia 2 is starts with haste and cannot be removed except with this spell. That's why. His sword just is haste.
Yep.
It's also 21. It's just the best. It is one of the best knight swords in the game. There are maybe like one or two that are better, but they also don't start with haste, so they're just worse.
Sword
There's
of the
one-
real king.
I think there are 2 with higher attack power. The things that it gives you are distinctly worse than just having haste.
Also,
Why do you need anything but haste? Let's be honest.
comes
Yeah,
with a
also-
full crystal set and a free bracer.
Also, Ramza benefits a lot more from the haste just by being a ninja and attacking real quick.
Oh, also, he is a dude, which means his power attack growth is much higher than Agrias's. So he has a 13. She's got an 8.
I want to point out, he has a speed of 8.
I want to point out his weapon power combined right now is 21, which is higher than Big Dave's.
Yeah.
Because that Excalibur is fucking insane. Yeah,
Yeah.
also speed of 8 because he's one of the unique classes, and all of the unique classes have a high speed.
He naturally has a high speed growth too,
Yeah.
like higher than most.
Orlando is fast, doubles his movement speed, has insanely good attack power and growths and base values for everything, and you haven't even checked out his moves yet.
Yeah, we haven't even looked at the moveset yet, which pseudo spoiled already, but all sword attacks. Anything that is casted with a sword attack, he has it. So he has all of the Holy Knight swords, he has all of, we don't know what they're called, at least I don't remember, I think it's Temple Sword, but all of Meliadul's sword attacks, which are the guaranteed...
Blastar,
They're called
Hail
mighty.
Cry, Ice Wolf.
Shell bust.
Yeah, all of the guaranteed destruction moves, which, I didn't realize that there isn't one for weapon. Nope, there
Yeah,
is.
there is.
There isn't
I was about
one
to say.
for shield. There's no shield one. Okay. That's what it is.
The thing is that they hit regardless, so one that targets shields is actually kind of pointless in its own way. You
Yeah.
know?
And then he has both of the Dark Knight sword attacks, which he has taken all the important ones here. He has Stasis Sword, he has Crush Punch, he has Shell Burst Stab, and he has Night Sword. Literally, he comes good to go.
He needs lightning stab and holy explosion, and he'll be ready. That's it.
He needs lightning stab and Hell Cry.
No, holy explosion gives him a different type of attack pattern compared to all those other ones because it's a line attack.
Right. But I
On
said
top of that, does the Excalibur's holy damage boost actually work with this?
no.
It gives holy elemental damage, unlike with these, which say they're holy, but they're not actually holy. So now
Right,
all
that's
his
right.
attacks are holy.
Yeah.
Meliadul's weapon set
Yes,
is
it's
called
Mighty.
Mighty Sword. All right. And yeah, like I said, he can pick up Ice Wolf because not Ice Wolf, Hellcry, because being able to destroy a target's weapon is pretty good.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
It's pretty good.
So
Also, there's one weird thing about those moves that is changed in War of the Lions that isn't here. If you're targeting someone that doesn't have one of these, it actually just doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. In War of the Lions, it makes these moves actually do more damage.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
kind of awesome.
Nice.
But yeah, hold up, I'm gonna bring something up real fast because I really need to stress this. Tactics, jobs. Oh, this is not what I wanted. Tactics, growths.
Also, you the way Dark Sword works, you don't actually want a Dark Sword, right? Like, you want a normal sword or something?
I don't think the Dark Swords exist in this game.
They don't, yeah.
They're only a War of the Lions thing. Alright, so let's talk about base class stuff real quick. So Raz's Squire class is a C+ HP. His Sword Saint is a B+. Raz's MP is a B-. His is an A-. Physical attack, C+ for Raz. Him is B-. Magic attack is C-. His is also a C-. He doesn't use magic. Raz's is a C for speed. His is a B for speed. They're both movement 4 and they're both jump 3. But he even has, Raz's Squire has a 10% evasion rate natural. Sword Saint has 12.
Because of course it does.
Just because why
I
not?
thought it was 20.
According to this thing I'm looking at right here, it's
All right.
12, yes. Maybe that's a War of the Lions thing. Maybe they changed it.
Perhaps. Regardless, literally everything about Orlando makes him basically he starts in the best class of the game. He uses one of the best weapons in the game.
Mhm.
He has the best moveset in the entire game. He's the best unit in the game, like by a country mile, no questions asked. You don't have to do anything to make him better.
Yeah.
He just already is.
Aside from speed, growth wise, because this job breakdown thing, it uses stars for this. Raz's Squire is 3-star HP, 3-star MP, 3-star physical attack, 2-star magic attack, 2-star speed. Sword Saint is +1 star in all of those except for speed. They're actually equal on speed.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a better class, and it's actually better than most starting classes in physical attack. Like, there's only 2 classes that are better than it in physical attack.
Mhm.
And they're the same character, I think? No, they're not. Divine Knights are better than him, and then other character that we haven't seen yet. Which Divine Knights are Milliodol and so on. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Orlando is the best unit in the game. He's completely broken. And they just give him to you.
This is why, when you went into Record Keeper, they have all of these good, dumb, fun jokes about how disgustingly good he is.
That's why whenever Orlando gets anything, it is just always far and away the best version of that thing in Record Keeper. He has his OSB hits 2 elements and has a super mode. Nobody else does that.
Yeah, like the super mode just flat triples his casting speed as a status. The other thing too, like his ultra, the animation's already really good because it's literally just him dumping all of the sword skill animations in the game on top of an enemy's head, just like right there flat.
Yeah, he just casts every sword skill all at once.
Also, he gets like 100% crit rate, and he double casts everything. It's just everything that he does is bonkers.
If I made Raz dual wield knight swords, then he wouldn't have a hammer.
Discard 6668. Orlando, like Record Keeper, is not a unit gacha. It is an equipment gacha. You can get Orlando whenever.
Yep.
You just have to give him equipment in order to make him good.
You just need to draw some of his things, which there's a system that they'll be implementing at one point that makes that a little better, and you get
That's impossible.
Yeah.
That's also one of the other good things too, is that system stops at when Orlando's Ultra was introduced. So like that's the break point. He's in there.
Yeah.
So you can get him that way.
No, they're actually introducing a system where you get tokens. They're like Crumb. They're literally introducing the Moon system.
Yeah. You can.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can you can get tokens from events or clearing certain dungeons or whatever, and you can use them to craft relics from a curated list in different tiers, up to and including 6-star stuff and ultras.
Not bad.
Well, yeah, actually, as far as knight abilities go, maybe we should pick up Speed Break. We should probably pick up speed break. It's good to have speed break. I know, equip swords was there. It's better to have speed break.
It is actually much better to have speed break.
Cyclops, by the way, is only 1,000. Bahamut, it's more expensive than Cyclops.
That actually does make sense, because while Cyclops is stronger, it's also way, way, way slower.
I think they're about the same speed, actually. 10 and 12.
Okay,
10 and 10.
fair.
Something like that.
Then that doesn't make any sense, because Cyclops would just be better than it then. Almost, exactly.
I think Cyclops doesn't hit as wide of a range as
It might,
Bahamut.
yeah. That actually might be a point.
Some of those weird trade-offs to offset the ultimate spell, that is stuff that was designed to be the ultimate spell, is kind of interesting. Like
The funny thing
you
is, neither of those are actually the ultimate summon.
yeah,
Alright, well.
I was thinking like because we got FF4 with Meteor, but we also have FF5 where Bahamut is supposed to be like the ultimate summon, but Sildra can get up to Bahamut's level with a much lower MP cost if you have an air knife equipped.
Yes.
Or a bunch of other weapons that also give air elemental boost, so it's not
Yes.
hard to do.
I think that was more just like, oh, hello. Hello.
I think they wanted
Hello.
Sildra to be powerful because of the whole,
Right.
Sildra is important.
Yeah, it was just like intent versus how it shakes out in mechanics. Unfortunately, it did shake out in mechanics because wind just isn't resisted usually.
Yeah.
And done.
Flash hats are great, by the way.
Flash
Speed
hats are amazing.
bonus. Yeah.
Black costume. Cancel stop.
No, quit.
What?
No, quit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Black costume is great as well, just because it's generically very good, and plus 100 HP is pretty much equivalent to most armor.
And that's what we're looking at this point is, do you want to have the stopping stop? Yep, did that on purpose. Or do you want the +2 attack power of the power sleeve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is,
It's the difference.
it's not nothing.
It's the difference between light armor unit that you want to be DPSing and light armor unit that's support.
Yeah.
I wish there was a little thing that was like, this is new. Because, like, I stare at the... I think the feather mantle's new, if you really want to be evasive.
Feather mantles are really good.
Yeah, that's just never get hit by anything. Light robe, though. Light robe is just a lot of numbers.
Like a lot.
Yeah, like compared to the white robe. That's a big number increase. I'm looking at Luna. I'm looking at ways to keep Luna alive. Because she falls in every battle she goes into. Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, she's honing in on Rasma's territory. That's not fair.
What? She loses... She has 15 magic, and she loses 2. I
Are you
think...
going to give her the feather robe?
Yeah, look at that. Look at the light
Yeah.
robe. Look how much those numbers go up.
Oh, the light robe? Yeah, that's probably worth it. Probably.
Just
Also, coward.
Okay, look. She's seriously, like, in every fight we've been bringing her to, she's been on the ground. We need a way to keep her off the ground at least a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't you fucking coward me. Well, weird. There's no new morning stars here, no upgrades.
What could possibly be an upgrade compared to what you already have?
Impossible.
It's just already perfection. They said it couldn't be done. And then they did it.
Ooh, reflect mail though.
No.
Do we want to try and figure out the math for reflect?
No.
Do I need to bring up the diagram again? Do I need to tap on the sign? Oh god. Reflect is such a fucking mess.
Curve the bullet.
Yeah. We're getting to the point where I definitely need to do a bit of training in between sessions because we are just running low on money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. There was something I wanted to check real fast. Alright, that's Goltana. Gafgirian. Baal Mafula. Perpetually has her eyes closed. It's because he didn't have a portrait. That's why. The guy posing as Sid doesn't get an entry because he didn't have a portrait.
Oh, what the hell?
Unless, like, I can look at Sid. And looking at Sid... be like, somebody poses as death. He's currently with you. That's right.
That's right, he's currently with you.
Gotta check two things real fast.
Oh.
Mean you don't need TG Sid's power?
Yes, we do.
Newbie, please.
Do you need the power of Thunder God Sid?
Newbie plays my nerves.
I thought we'd be good friends. You're the intern. Oh, too far. And then, Holy Swordsman. Martial art expert who is one of the best knights. His swordsmanship knows no match. And then,
I am Akuma, and my fists know no equal.
here in Chapter 4, we gotta tell you the important things.
I feel like Orlando's little blurb is a personal attack on Ramza at this point.
I learned at a young age not to mess with Big Dave. Do you think Orlando knows about Big Dave?
Has to. It's the thing with extremely powerful people, they can just, like, feel the auras coming off each other and acknowledge their presence speaks volumes.
Ah, right. Stands are drawn to other stands. Oh, would you like a flower? It's only 1 gale.
Yes.
Oh, are we doing this side quest?
Oh, but you just buy the stupid flower. This is a Hoshigami. Yes.
Yes. You are literally locked out of characters. Multiple characters if you don't do this.
Although if you pick the first one, then Ramza gets locked into the dating scene with Barrett.
Not necessarily a bad thing.
Oh.
If you do the first one, then you're locked out of the true ending.
For each flower that you decline, another character leaves the team.
That's crazy talk.
And then you have to fight the final boss anyway, just solo Raz. Man, the fucked up thing is our answers will never, like, we'll never get our answer of, like, what happens if you solo beat the final boss.
I think we have... No, we actually do have answers for what happens when you fight the final boss of Xenogears on foot.
I don't think you can. It's a gear dungeon, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but like somebody has been able to glitch it so that they were able to fight Deus's idiot bullshit system on foot, and Deus just like he just can't touch you because all of his shit is designed to do like gear damage and sap fuel and stuff.
So that was Nothing Town. That was a fake town. That town didn't exist.
Uh-huh.
True Soretta Yui, but like Ouroboros isn't the final boss. Come on, that's just a victory lap.
Yeah.
Ouroboros is a cutscene.
Whenever those things exist, they're not the final boss. You don't... No. The weird Sephiroth fight isn't the final boss. Safer Sephiroth is the final boss. Yeah, this place just sells everything.
I like the weird final Sephiroth fight because that was just Cloud proving that he had finally surpassed Sephiroth in his own right instead of faking it.
So, was that 3 kinds of bag?
Yeah.
H-bag.
Finally, the hydrogen bag.
I need to buy more Yagyu Darkness. That's what I gotta get. Edgeness. Edges.
I'll take the word salad, please.
It's not a real word. Alright, what do we got here? Yeah. This is some good music. I don't think I've ever heard this song before.
It doesn't pop up that often.
We're not bounty hunters, but fuck it. Not like they would arrest us as well. Faster Ninja. Tattoodle. Alright, what do we got here? Air knife. Uh-oh. Air knife, and he has elemental. Does he know the move? With walk on water on this map with no water. Don't think about it. Ah, This guy knows the technique.
He is your rival.
Is that a better flail?
Oh my fucking god. Like, it never stops with these Castlevania 2 references. He's got the flame whip and the Morning Star.
It's not a better... I guess
It's much worse.
Yeah, it's worse damage-wise, but it can cast fire too, but like, whatever. You know, then you're banking on RNG, and that never works.
Wow, my whole left side of my face just froze when you said that. Banking on RNG with a flail? Madness.
It's nonsense. Here you have an archer with punch art.
I mean, one of his hands is free when he's not shooting.
And then another archer with an Ultimus bow. You know
What did you even do with your first?
It's just in my inventory.
Well,
I didn't actually look at like how much better the damage was on that. Oh, it's better. It's much better.
Yeah, it's a couple points better, I think.
Yeah. Alright, well, archers are a problem on this map. We should be able to deal with this pretty handily. I think we just want to assassinate this this ninja, though.
Yeah, good luck with that. He is several levels higher than you.
So, about that.
Oh, you had good luck.
I needed to not roll a 1 on my mace roll.
Uh-huh.
Also, well, the tradition continues of caster for the map eats shit.
Archers, man.
It's alright. Medic does her job.
And she gets to hide behind a nice cliff face while she does it.
See, now you just got Rampart mad. Now he's gonna bring the Allfather down on you. I have many dads that I can summon now.
Mm-hmm. But how many of them will go off in time?
I mean, do remember that all those people just moved.
You just gotta worry about Vang, Parker, and Randolph. Those
We-
are all great names.
We have ways to deal with that.
Parker, give me that fucking coffee.
Yep.
Parker's right there. He's not really too much of an issue. It's Coleman. And the other archer is... Alright, that's Randolph. Because Vang's there. Vang is a non-threat to him.
I mean, you already took care of the most dangerous enemy on the map, which was the ninja. After that, it's just cleaning up a couple archers and you'll be alright. This map is really just a, hey, you just got someone really cool, right? You want to use him, right?
Right? Wrong. Incorrect.
I do like that you're just locking down that whole side of the map. Just, this is where Bahamut is going to be, or this is where Odin or Leviathan is going to be. Nobody goes here.
Yeah, we already have somebody cool. Big Dave.
Alright, Faye. Punch this guy in the face.
just gonna run over there and shank.
You
Rampart.
could draw out the Kiyomori.
Yeah.
Kiyomori.
Yeah, I was about to
Keep
ask
doing
what is
that.
the plan for Big Dave.
I wonder if the Kiyomori is gonna be enough.
It should be. It does give protect. That's a third right there, cut off.
Alright, well, we'll find out.
Shell and protect, huh?
Oh, well, he decided to go for Raz.
Yeah,
Well-
he knows the victory condition.
And now he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Raz is fine. I was like, how's Raz doing on HP?
I think he's just down that 60.
Rest is fine.
Look, Big Dave knows sometimes he has to let other people take center stage. Big Dave knows not to hog the limelight. Crimson Dragoon, thank you for the 16 months. It was a very long time to be subbed.
Haste?
Oh yeah, haste. Well, the joke continues.
Never know what y'all are thinking.
He would have lived!
Who's this guy Newbie, and why does he create such amazing content? Well, he's only able to do it through the support of viewers like you. Also, because he just wants to.
That's it. Many reasons. What's your summon cast time looking like? Enough for Vang to get a turn. Odin, though.
Leviathan, though.
Leviathan does get boosted.
I had to rejigger the orb.
There we go. Backfoul Beast. Wow. Okay, Faye.
I mean, you did ask her to tell him to go away.
What if Faye just hurls a fucking haymaker at him?
Oh, that guy was getting a turn. Well, Leviathan.
Was that cool?
Right, I forgot that you have infinite move.
But what have you called the meteor?
What if he just had Luna stand at the very top of the mountain to do it? Like, fight me.
She'll get it off, but can she hit anybody? Yes, she can.
But what if? Well, hi. Hi. My name's Big Dave. If you heard of me.
Now, normally people just are worried about, oh, the sword. But actually, I'm a big guy. I get in the way.
My name's Dave. I don't remember where this thing's hitting. Where is Meteor? Where is Meteor?
I'm sure you'll be fine.
He will, actually. Real question. Will Raz be fine? They know they've won this fight. Faye and Big Dave are just gonna have a sparring.
She could just chakra.
She can't chakra anybody.
She can chakra herself. She's down 2 MP.
Oh shit. Meteor. Meteor goes off before the res.
Get on your horse.
Oh wow, that didn't kill. What? That's impressive.
Check their affinities.
Their affinities are they die to Big Dave.
Or whoever goes next. It's them. They're going. Oh, no, you don't.
What are you talking about? You live with 1 health. Alright, so she's what, a Libra?
Yes.
And that guy is Taurus? I didn't actually see.
I will investigate in a moment.
So when are you gonna get to bust out that fancy Fire 4 spell she has?
Oh, right.
When we actually put black magic back on her.
Look, it's fine. We got a couple more maps.
That would require her not to be a white mage, though.
She's not.
Yeah, she kind of is, though, when you consider the fact that she has... he is... I have no idea what that is. Oh, God. These controls sometimes. Taurus.
These controls sometimes in an RPG.
Huh. I wonder... Oh, his faith is 46, that's why.
Yeah, there you go.
He has fuck all for faith. What's his ATB looking like? I could just end the fight.
With Erasmus standing? Madness. 2 fights in a row?
Hey, my dude. There's a lightning dad coming down on you. You should do something about that.
Just punch the dude in his face. Put him out of his misery.
Oh, he'll be out of his misery soon enough.
Dad's coming for you.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes Beardman. What do you do with your final turn?
15 had an exceptionally good beardman.
Had a Beardman that had an Ixion staff.
Yeah, also the beardman was very tall. Picked you up in his hand and carried you home. God, like...
This map is so nothing that there's no dialogue at the end of it.
It's a filler map. It's a cooldown map after the craziness that was before.
Ooh, feather boots.
For everything that 15 ended up being, the first demo did a really good job of hyping you up.
Mm-hmm. And then,
Look, it's fine. They were in dev hell for ages, so it's amazing that they were able to get a product that could be conceivably liked.
Look, it's fine. The game was just boring as hell.
That too.
So I see that castle there. How long is that castle?
That castle? That castle's a multi-step castle.
Yeah, how long?
3.
I see. Do new party members come in at the average of your party?
I believe so. Sometimes they're at fixed levels, though. Like, Agrias and Mustadio, I think, both come at level 12.
Welcome to Ghost Map 2.
Oh, by the way, there's a ghost map. It is a thing.
You can say heaven. You have the word holy as the name of a spell in your game. You can
The
say
holy is
heaven.
ambiguous.
Truth and
And
untruth.
Pearl wasn't ambiguous?
Yep. Or fade.
Why are the levels so low on this map? Alright,
They
you're
might be
maybe real as an archer.
as a summoner, you mean?
That's what I meant.
Yep.
Ultimate's bow. You can never buy it. We'll put it on fucking everyone, though.
You want to steal it? By the way, here's a silk robe. Have fun with that.
Wait. Wow. This guy's real, though. O'Neill here is kind of real.
Yes. Man, if you could steal his stuff, you should steal his stuff. Like that hat.
That hat that I can buy.
Yeah, more hats. Always a good thing.
I mean, I can buy it, though. I'm good.
I know.
With that
Weren't you
nice
just
face.
complaining about how little money you had?
Little money.
Mm-hmm. Also, yeah, he does have nice faith. Anyway, hey, there's an undead dude here. Let's go kill him.
I wonder if the undead men are weak to fire.
Yes.
No, they're not.
Really? I guess they're just...
the monsters are, but they just have the
Oh.
undead status.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about.
I really need to buy more shurikens.
It's also raining.
Ah. Nature's undead. Are balls just actually non-elemental?
No. Balls are elemental damage.
But the lightning isn't dealing more damage.
That might be an error, but the balls can easily do extra damage against enemies that are weak to lightning.
Well, but did that thing where I threw Raz out in front of everyone.
So you can die again?
Yep. I gotta stop doing that.
You do that a lot.
It's hard when he is very fast.
Well, he's dead, probably.
Oh, are they gonna waste a summon on him? No, they're just not gonna do anything with that summoner. We could equip armor on him, but then he wouldn't be able to wield a katana. And that would be a fate worse than death.
Fate worse than death. Probably something you shouldn't be saying on this map right now.
Huh.
Hmm?
Damn, I can't get any of them with cure. Go fast, Denny. Go fast and murder.
Putting a cute animals here channel in your Discord is equal parts making sure there's a repository for cute animals, and also we don't want the cute animals over in this channel, which I think is rather rude, but necessary at some parts.
It's an idea I stole from Ty.
Oh, because the Shapes Museum also has that?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, not even just the Shapes Museum, but like all of his Discord has that. But yes, it's also a good place that you can just tab over to and you know what's going to be there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, glass half full sort of stitch.
I feel bad. I need to go look at something. Well, if only I had a place I could go to look at adorable animals.
Wow, life sucks right now. I wish I had a repository of cute animals to look at.
Why doesn't revive just instant kill?
I don't know.
This is some real bullshit. I'm mad. I'm legit mad about that. Oh, right. This isn't going to work because, yeah, that's not how Wayfist or Earth Slash works. Well, whatever. We punch him. I cannot believe I can't punch this guy to kill him.
Isn't that just how Final Fantasy in general interprets instant death on an undead?
No, it usually kills them. I'm going to see if this works. Well, okay.
Well, no, because like in Final Fantasy... Because like in Final Fantasy VI, if you use Doom on an undead enemy, it just brings it back to life at full health.
But this is revive.
Okay, I thought you were just like... I thought you had like an instant KO effect on one of your ships
No.
or something.
I can get Doom on something, but... I wonder if Chakra would hurt him. Punch is best option. Or we crit. For some reason, she has a very high crit chance. Don't ask about it.
She's angry. She doesn't like ghosts.
Well, there was a guy there. There was a Raz there.
And Raz hit the pavement. Again.
All is right in the world.
I forgot you got him a better gun.
How can you forget? Also, she is using her one turn that she will get to cast Carbuncle. This is
What?
fine because Denny is going to hit the pavement. Nope, that's right, counter. Counter gun. God, I made Denny real good. I was really smart when I designed Denny. Alright, Denny, block this. Nope. Alright, I feel I could plan this better.
Like, your design methodology for Dennis was, step 1, give Denny a gun. Step 2, draw the rest of the fucking owl.
If you can get Denny back up, Faye can walk over and revive Raz.
I'll take that 10% hit for full HP. Carbuncle. Carbuncle. No, it's a little lizard in this one.
It's an adorable one.
Yeah.
You can't reflect summons, right?
No.
Like, isn't Carbuncle just supposed to be a lizard anyway, but the design for it is usually, like, very minimalistic?
It changes. Sometimes it's a little furry beast.
Yeah, it matters on the game. And it might be based off of a mythological thing that wasn't, but I don't know. Does reflect gun?
No.
Impossible to know.
I have no idea. We'll find out together.
It does not. Nothing beats a gun.
Yeah, you might be able to reflect the smaller ice shots, but not me just dropping a giant glacier on you.
What? 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 Oh, he has a white robe on.
White robe, probably affinity differences?
He is Scorpio? That's Scorpio, right?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, and I think Denny is Taurus.
Archer sent from hell.
Yeah, literally, it's just the worst fucking matchup for Denny.
Yeah, there you go.
Holy gets reflected. Everything that she does gets reflected, actually.
Yeah, so she can bring Raz back up,
Yes.
or heal Denny.
Impossible, actually. Denny will fall. Denny will fall on this page.
Shove a raise spell right back on top of him. Or get Raz up.
Yeah.
Either or.
No, I'm getting Raz up.
I forget, did you ever slap the Excalibur on Raz?
Impossible, he can't wield it.
Oh,
It's
Well.
a knight sword.
shit.
Raz can use Night Swords in his base class.
Yes.
I thought that you could, I mean, like, is not equipped knight sword is not a thing that he can learn.
He doesn't have the points for it.
Oh,
Especially because I bought break speed.
okay, that's fine. That's a work in progress. Also, could you just swipe it off a crystal or something?
That's the smartest move right there. In hindsight, I should have stopped right next to Raz so I could chakra him too.
Okay, well, Soretta, here's the thing. Remza was not a knight originally in Record Keeper. He got Knight 5 because they pushed him to Holy DPS.
Because they decided that they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Everything has to be DPS.
Everything has to be DPS. 6-star Magicite.
Yeah,
That's a conversation for a different podcast.
of course.
It's hilarious how we record podcasts and then almost immediately afterwards they do stuff to just shit in our face.
Hey, by the way, we record podcasts about Record Keeper. They're pretty great.
We've recorded 2 at this point. They've both been pretty good.
Yeah.
How's the editing on that second one going?
It's going. Like, it's a little slow because I'm also looking for work at this time, but
Yeah.
I'm getting it going.
And
Unfortunate
Raz goes
priorities,
down.
but yeah, that's how it goes.
Where is this podcast? How can I listen to this? Do you want to link your tweet of the original one?
Yeah, one sec.
Because we are still trying to find a proper host for them.
Yeah.
I will look into making a bot command at some point. That's a good point. Alright, Denny. Finish this. Hold up. Gotta get the perfect angle here. Right there.
Alright, that's the original. Like, our big thing is that,
Oh no, I fucked up.
Yes, you did!
I fucked up. I
fricked it.
can't even fix this. I forgot
Can
that
you
you can't point blank range guns.
Can you just throw a potion at her?
Yes! Yes!
Like a high potion?
Yes! We got there.
Amazing.
But yeah, I do appreciate that how Record Keeper, in its own roundabout asshole way, keeps giving us new content for us to vent about in podcasts. It's like, well, Danny did something fucked up and bad again. Ugh, let's do a podcast.
Oh, I can't wait till next time we record one and I can go off about Gilgamesh. That Gilgamesh fight was really bad.
What are you talking about? I saw you do that fight, and you got through it on the first try.
Yep. Who the fuck is Rofel?
Raffle?
Yeah, let's go with that.
This is awful. Well, he's a temple knight. Remember, temple means shrine.
Mm-hmm. How could I forget?
In War of the Lions, he actually is a person who talks to Wygriff and recruits him to the Temple Knights. You see that in like the end of chapter 2 or something like that. This guy is one of their behind-the-scenes workers.
Oh, right. Is Delita at this point heading the Knights of the Southern Sky or something?
Northern Sky? Something like that.
No,
No, because
he's
Knights of
southern.
Dark should be heading northern because, like,
Yeah.
the other guy got killed.
Whichever one.
Yeah, notice how this War of the Roses shit is just kind of ancillary to WoW Cool Demon.
Well, the demons. This is showing how the demons like pushed and altered the War of the Roses. The demons didn't actually kill any of the main players in the War of the Roses. They just pushed people who were involved to kill them for them. Because the demons are jerks.
So, you want power? Do you seek power?
Holder of the Holy Stone. By the way, I am about 90% positive that Rothel knew that Zalbag was out there.
Alright, so next map is very long series map.
Yes. I mean, you did a lot of maps today.
True.
And you open up a way to get past Golden Coal City.
Could do inventory.
A little bit of inventory and then maybe call it.
We could do bonus map.
Yes, it might be time.
No, not like because that's also a series of maps, isn't it?
No, I meant like a bonus map, like perhaps head to the south. No, can't do that yet either. Dang it.
Yeah, like I would like I want to go one more map, but it would put us in dangerous territory. But anyway, time for Idiot Squad.
Unfortunately for Newbie, the only red spots on the map that he can go to now have multiple fights in a row.
Which would leave me not to be able to do anything in between sessions.
And and also the next one, you might want to do a little bit of gearing up for.
Idiot Squad and the Thunder God.
And you get rushed down. It's just like my daily team. Idiot Rushdown.
Pretty much.
My daily team that used to just be Orlando, but now it's a bunch of people because, hey, you get extra points. Hey, Behemoth, hello.
Recruit that sucker.
I can't.
I thought I also saw what like the highest tier of bird over there as well. Nope, just a bunch of behemoth.
Stab up, sun cry. Stab on.
Gigas is a really good name for a behemoth.
Kills. Just kills.
Yep.
Stabs foe with deadly horns.
So Orlando walks forward
And shows them the error of their ways.
well, should have taken one more step forward, such as the error of my ways.
It's okay. He can do some damage from there.
Okay, one
Oh,
more square
boy.
and we're fucking dead.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Folks, this is why he's broken.
Orlando is kind of good.
Just hit stop, and that's it.
You know, there is one thing that would maybe soften my attitude about status ailments in video games.
If
If
they
they
worked.
just told you what the... If they just told you if they would work in advance.
Oh, yeah. Lunar 2 does that.
Does it?
Kind of. They tell you if it has decent odds of working.
Yeah, if it, so if you go to use a status effect on somebody, Lunar 2 does a thing where it tells you the effectiveness in targeting of like if they will be weak, if they're resistant, so on and so forth. If you go to use status effects, it will show effective if it will definitely hit. It'll give the normal if it might hit, and it'll give you the ineffective otherwise.
I mean, it's
Lightning
better than
stab.
just wasting your turn just guessing.
Yep.
Or, buying the manual like they want you to.
Let's see if either of the dum-dums actually hit.
It's never gonna happen.
You're correct. God, truth on truth are so fucking bad.
The skill set was considered a trump card.
Yes, for the other team. Oh boy.
It's such a garbage set of moves. They're the trash people, and they suck.
Are those two in Record Keeper yet? Oh yeah, they're in Record Keeper. They're pretty good in Record Keeper too.
Yeah, they are much better than this.
Because, like, they interpret the randomness. Like, they literally do interpret... What? I guess Crush Punch just really can't go down that far. Fur? The
No.
fur.
The punch abilities for the Holy Knights have not so great vertical range.
Interpret randomness.
They interpret the randomness of the moves by just making them hit random enemies. That's it. That's all they do. And if you're fighting only one enemy, then, well, hey, guess what? Oh, I fucked up again. I can't believe I've done this.
Like, Rafa is just a generally good lightning mage with a bunch of support on the side, and Marak is a good lightning mage who also can debuff enemies.
By the way, you're seeing right here how completely bonkers Orlando can be.
Unless the enemies can deal more than 210-ish points of damage around to him, and by a round I mean... Yeah, it would be a round because he can move so fast it doesn't really matter. Half a round, really. He's just going to heal it all back. He does not care. The only way to really kill Orlando is to use status effects, like instant kill.
Come to think of it, going back to the yellow, green, red system in Lunar 2, Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass also had a very good system with that. With its steel mechanic, they would just flat out tell you what the percentage chance was that it would succeed.
Oh, that's nice.
And on top of being able to steal items and stuff, it also allows you to steal concepts, steal things that would influence the outcome of that particular battle.
Jimmy's a really smart game.
Yeah, Jimmy's a really good game, and y'all should probably buy it on itch.io and Steam. And itch.io.
Alright, now there's a chance that this just doesn't hit Rafa. Okay. Well, we killed the enemy, and that's what
Good.
matters. Wow, those actually hit a random amount of time, too, don't they?
Oh yeah, it's like 1 to 6 or 1 to 7 chances each time.
Magic.
All right. So to give you an example, Crumb, there is a dude early on in the game that has knives, and then you steal the knives from him, and then he becomes no knives, and then he just sort of toes the sand and is really sad and depressed and barely hits you.
Aww.
It's weird going from playing as the one squad that is very variable in a lot of the damage that they do, and like where they can hit and everything like that, to we're all ranged and those numbers, that's what you're getting.
Well, 2 of them, it's those numbers, that's what you're getting. One of them uses a gun and it's okay, but he's the intern, who cares? So the other 2, it's, we could do this damage. If we feel like it.
If it's Tuesday.
Like, I get what they were trying to go for with those skills, it's just the unfortunate bit that it does not work. At all.
It super doesn't work. You are right.
Like, I'm generally a lot kinder to games that have problems and flaws and stuff like that from just a historical standpoint. Because, you know, you have to make mistakes in order to get to where you are.
Absolutely.
The game design Bible did not write itself.
Which is why, yeah, it's one of those, like, this doesn't work, I appreciate you tried, but wow, did you not test this? Oh, Agrias, please.
And yeah, like I've said before, like some of it is just they didn't actually have any idea what to do, but others is just like the hardware they were working with was very constrained.
Heaven, thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Square in particular had a really bad habit of trying to...
I think I know what happened. Yep. Yep. She didn't blow herself up. It's okay, her brother took care of it.
This rules.
He made sure she's dead.
Shit. Oh, weird. I just hit it with a sword.
Yeah.
Truth Untruth are so bad.
Oh, God.
I mean, like what can you do?
You know, just to add context to Rafa blowing herself up with her own damn skill, Square has a really bad habit of being overly ambitious with stuff, and the technology just cannot keep up with them.
Like, here's how you make Truth Untruth good. Like, literally, this is it, and it's real simple. 1 square.
Mm-hmm.
Not 5 squares. Lower the damage a little bit to an extent, like make it more reasonable, because you saw like one of those hits did 120 damage. Make it like, I don't know, 40, you know? And then roll dice between 1 and 6 hits. There you go. You cast
I don't
it
know
on a
about
single
40, but yeah.
You cast it on a single target, 1 to 6 hits. There you go, done. And like just balance the damage. Thank you for the Cliff L Beetle. I'll be till day.
Like, the Heaven, Hell, Truth, Untruth, whatever, really kind of expects every enemy formation to be in a neat little column.
What if I did a stream where I just do propositions?
I would kill you.
What if? What you're proposing proposition session.
Yes.
I mean, I can propose that your entire audience would leave before the hour was done.
Would they?
They really wouldn't.
Like, I've had people, like, watch Dragon Quest Builders, which, by the way, is a
I
great
know,
game.
like, people will watch
like,
anything, but at the same time...
No, I'm not even
come on.
saying, like you can make that a fun session. You can make that funny.
Yeah, you could. You do have a lot of people. You do have a lot of funny motherfuckers in your corner.
Also, the other way to fix heaven hell skill, truth untruth skill, is the way that summons work in Tactics Ogre, which seems to be what they were going for with truth untruth, except they did it worse for some reason.
Go on.
Where you cast the spell and it's a multi-hit spell with an area of effect, and it throws some number of attacks that scales up with your stats at a random distribution of valid targets within the zone. So it's the inverse of what you normally want with area effect magic, where many targets means you're getting multiplied value from hitting all of them equally.
So
Instead,
like,
the summon is at its most dangerous when there's one target on its own, because then it concentrates all of its power
yeah.
into one thing.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
The one makes him want to spread out, the other makes him want to group up.
Yeah, that would be really smart. That would be a great way to do that.
Yeah, like the biggest problem with designing random skills like that is just action economy. You want to make sure that everything is at least doing something. Use every part of the buffalo.
Where the buffalo is your time.
Okay, look at this weird oddity here. I move to the castle. Instant move. I move to the trade city. It has to, like, load.
Wait, which trade city?
The ones that I'm moving in between.
Sorry, I tabbed away for a second.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing any difference in movement.
Can you?
Okay,
You're Zargadus?
Yeah, so, here, watch. Moving to the castle.
Uh-huh.
See instantly, like the sound effect plays, the hand disappears, and they move.
Uh-huh.
When I move to the trade city, sound effect plays, and then he moves.
Do you actually want to know the answer to that one?
Go ahead.
There is a fight there that you can't get to just yet.
Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, alright, that will do it.
Yeah, see, I wasn't entirely sure why there was a delay because, man, I don't have sound on, so I
Because Zeltinia is where you bought that flower, correct?
Ah, I see. So later I come back and that's where...
Things happen.
Okay, so they got the map there.
Yeah, and it's probably checking the things
Have
in
you
the background.
done?
Yeah.
Have you done the certain flags?
Computers are wild.
Yeah.
I found materia.
What? Which one?
All. That's all.
Uh-huh. I want it. You can never have enough of those.
Moon, wasn't the thing that you learned playing Final Fantasy VII that all's like the materia that sells for the most?
Yeah, it is actually like 1.2 million.
It's important, you know.
Yeah. Also, all is relatively easy to master up, so it's a good money sink.
God Canyon. Is that a sword? It's a sword.
Looks like a feather to me.
That's the Magi sword.
Alright.
Alright, Castle. What do you got for me here?
What quests can we take at this castle?
Give me a quest.
Speaking of quests, how did Bread Quest go yesterday? I didn't actually check it out.
He slammed his head into a dragon over and over and died.
Yeah.
Cool. Yep.
This
Alright.
is the way.
Just, yep.
Yeah, we dying. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the resub. Yeah, he half worked out, half, let's be honest here, he kind of lucked his way through the first boss in that, like, he had a good strategy, a solid plan that went into it, and then the boss missed him like 5 times.
Yep.
Over the course of that boss fight. Still, like, he figured out a good strategy for it immediately.
Also, immediately dumping everything into water was a good... Like, it never steered him wrong.
Yeah. Where did Give Me a Quest come from? It sounds familiar. Hearthstone. I can't remember the name of the card, but it's like Quest Taker or something like that. Questing
It's the
Adventure.
one that's like, every time you do a thing...
Every time you play a
Questing
card.
Adventure.
+1/+1.
Every time you play a card, he gets +1/+1.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that one just went way out of control, didn't it?
To an extent. I think they nerfed it.
Okay.
Alright. Nice. This one needs Time Mage. Well,
If only you had one of those.
only we had a Time Mage. Chemist helped. Chemist will help. So yeah, he got through the first boss pretty quickly. Kind of figuring out how it worked. He had a couple of other strategies that went. It's just literally his second attempt. He got a little lucky and it went really well. Kind of actually just squeaked by, but you know what I mean.
Well, that's that game, so yes.
Yeah. And then he got to second zone, which was just an open field. He got through that. Got to third zone. Went to town 3. He went to Watertown.
Oh, yeah.
And then,
He got to the mountain pass.
yeah, and then found a dragon. The dragon did 30 damage, and he has 90 health.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. And the bats were no joke either, because their wind cutters kept, like, multi-hitting him.
Mm-hmm.
And he kept fucking missing with Water Pillar. It was absurd.
Was the
It's
dragon
almost like
boss
that game
2?
is not perfect.
Hold up, there's an important question from the chat. So was the dragon boss 2? No.
Dragon's just a random encounter.
It's a random
Yeah, it's a
encounter.
rando. That's Quest 64, baby. Like, to give you an idea of how many times he rammed his head in that stupid dragon, he started playing music.
What?
Yeah.
No. What?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh. What?
What? Yergavogue.
It's a nice puppet. Actually, when I first saw it, I thought it was like a small figurine of Dr. Luge from Final Fantasy IV.
Kind of what it looked like, right?
Yeah, I think that's what they were going for. The fused version where he just, like, merges with the Frankenstein monster.
And turns into this weird skull thing and tries to murder you.
Yep.
And if you're not prepared, murders you.
We never fought that
Laser
one.
as hell.
We never fought that one in our playthrough.
Which one?
We never fought Luge or Luge because I think all those bosses
in
are
Enterprise.
Yeah.
Enterprise.
I think
yeah.
all those
Oh,
bosses
okay.
are slammed together as one boss.
I believe so. Yeah. I did a couple runs after you had finished it up, and it was enjoyable doing that. I definitely had really bad luck the first time, And that's okay. The very last place that I could have gone to find a key item is where I got the crystal.
Free Enterprise is a good randomizer. I think.
It's so just well put together.
Yeah, I think the only thing on my wish list that I can think of is make Dark Knight Cecil good.
No need to. The reason that you don't need to make him good is he is an investment character. You keep Dark Knight Cecil in your party because you are going to turn him into Paladin. It's a character that you base a hunch on of, like, I'm going to find stuff that is good for this character.
Yeah, that's very high risk. It's like you
That's
don't
the
know when
point.
you're going to mount of
That's
ordeals.
the point.
Yeah.
Cecil's one of the best Paladin Cecil's one of the best characters.
Okay.
It's like Thief in the original Final Fantasy. Eventually, this character is going to be good. Not now, though.
You mean
I mean-
good, or I'm going to just cast haste on my knight over and over good?
Hey, another person who can cast haste is always nice. Especially someone who can also wear heavy armor.
That's true.
We need a knight for this one. This next one.
I mean, the only class the base Thief is better than is the White Mage, and I will fight anyone who says otherwise.
Like, it is kind of odd going into Enterprise Randomizer because it's based off of FF2 US,
Yes.
and I'm used to, like, FF4 straight S with darkness and everything.
With darkness and all the
You can
other
turn that
abilities
on.
added in. Yeah,
Wait, you can turn that on?
You can turn
Yes.
that on.
you can
Oh.
totally turn it on.
Oh shit, well fuck, never mind then.
And we never saw the prisoner again.
Yeah, Red Mage in original Final Fantasy is pretty good too.
Right, I mentioned the original Final Fantasy is the second best character in the game.
Yeah, namely because you just get access to all the stuff that matters, and since intelligence is
Darkness in the original Final Fantasy 2 or 4 was sacrificing a portion of your HP to deal a big dark hit to the entire enemy team, and was taken out of the US version because they thought it would be too complex for us to understand.
They took out a bunch of abilities.
Wait, that was the official reason?
But yeah, they
Whack.
simplified the game.
A
like,
majority of the
top to
things that were
bottom.
taken out because they didn't want it to confuse us, because we hadn't had a lot of RPGs. So it's stuff like Siren, like why would the Siren item exist and all that kind of stuff.
Another thing, they did a lot of stuff. Most enemies, either HP or speed was drastically lowered, so they didn't act quickly. All the status effect items were just combined into the heal item, which was easily purchasable. So status effects were easy to deal with.
Thanks to Chemist.
Yep. There's just a lot of stuff. Like people like Tella. Tella didn't have recall anymore, which, whatever. But Yang lost a ton of stuff. He originally in the base game has access to like a super guard and a focus punch. They took both of those abilities
Well,
out.
we got the white materia.
Also, I never used that one.
Oh, what, guard?
I didn't.
Yeah, guard is, I think I used it like twice, and it one time was in the original fight you get him in, which is against Mom Bomb. It's like, you know what? I should use this before this thing explodes in my face.
So hey, newbie, what does Eris have to say about white materia?
We don't know what it does.
Also, I think the twins lost their special abilities, Cry and
Yes.
Bluff? No, or were those in the original? No, they weren't in the original.
No,
They weren't in the original,
Those aren't
yeah.
in the original. The original American 2.
Yeah.
Like, they still had twin cast, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone except regular Dark Knight Cecil had at least one special ability, whether it be spellcasting or what have you, kept around, and then like, a bunch of people just happened to lose one thing.
Yeah, like, some of them you could just take or leave, but at the same time, Dark Knight Cecil's darkness was actually really good.
It was incredibly useful. Yeah, he lost, I think, an eighth of his max HP. and hit the whole enemy squad for a bunch of damage.
Yeah, like, and then Tel's Recall. I like Recall is whatever, and you never want to use it, but at the same time, it's a good game designed from like a storytelling perspective.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why he loses it when he finally gains all of his old magic back.
This sword killed a warlock in hell.
With 1 slash. Oh, that thing at the bottom that I thought was like the tip of a feather or something? That's the handle.
Yeah, this is a completely unwieldy sword. Did we have Libra before? No, we got this from Sid.
Yes.
And Pisces Isolde. Let's do one more town. Let's clear out
Sure.
one more town. We're just in podcast mode now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Video games are interesting. Oh yeah, something that Virgil picked up that I did not somehow.
nice.
It apparently the materia apparently referenced Saronia. Saronia is a city from FF3. It was the big giant castle town that you went into and you got shot down from your airship and had to go get a new one. It was also the place where you had to go kill Garuda with 4 dragoons.
Oh man, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Like, Saronia was kind of impressive for the NES at the time because, like, there were no other towns that were anywhere near as big as it was, and it was so big that it had its own force inside the city gates with, like, its own random encounters and stuff. Because they kind of needed to give you that because, like, you know, you might need a thing to level at best for Garuda.
I appreciate what they tried to do with Final Fantasy III. When the job system was a great idea, just being able to switch back and forth between all the stuff. The only thing that bugged me about it was sometimes they forced you to use jobs for the whole crew, and that I did not appreciate.
Yeah, that was mainly just Garuda and then also the Cave of Darkness with Dark Knights. And even then, it's just like you use 2 Dark Knights.
Yeah.
Cave of Darkness is fucking awful, though. Splitting
It was.
enemies is a terrible mechanic.
Also, the final dungeon just goes.
It's bad.
It just goes.
It just goes.
Final
It's
dungeon
3
is
final
bad.
dungeons.
The final boss is bad.
Yes.
My own, like, the only boss that I liked in the final dungeon was Two-Headed Dragon, and that's only because all it does was just hit you really, really hard.
Yeah.
Like, I like to give haste to Two-Headed Dragon just so that it can quad 9 and just be like, alright, yeah, let's play chicken. For keeps.
Now, again, much like in this game where they make mistakes, you can see them fixing those mistakes in games later in the series. The mistakes they made in Final Fantasy III and Final Fantasy II, you can see them fixing them in Final Fantasy IV and Final Fantasy V to make those games much, much better.
Like, Final Fantasy III is why Final Fantasy V's job system is so good.
Yeah, they went, all right, this is all the crap stuff. Let's make it better. It wasn't perfect, but they did a decent job of getting it up to speed.
We have
Yeah,
discovered a lot of materia.
Yes, you have.
That's the
Is that
black
right?
materia.
Yes, it is.
But wait, you can already summon Meteor.
Ah.
Now it'll be stronger. I have no idea.
We can also already use Holy. We literally have a character that can do both. Get you a mage that can do both. Whoops. Buttons are hard.
Yeah, the other thing is that Final Fantasy III also had, like, the mini dungeons, which were bad.
They were very bad.
Yeah, and there's, like, okay, this was actually just flat a bad design decision, but attempting to run reduced that character's defense to 0.
Good plan.
Alright, so trying to move to the castle from the river also has a pause. Weird.
Oh, yeah, it reduced your party's defense to 0. Mm.
Oh, it's such a terrible design idea.
Yeah, Final Fantasy III sure tried some stuff, and it sure failed in some areas.
Hey, they're throwing everything they can at the wall.
I really like Final Fantasy III. It's probably my favorite NES RPG. It hasn't held up very well.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I say about Final Fantasy 1. I adore that dumb game, but I know it's not perfect, or in any way, shape, and form close to perfect.
3 is very historically important to the rest of the Final Fantasy series because it introduces so much shit that the series carried on as its staples.
Oh yeah.
Why is Rampart's name red?
I don't know. Shouldn't it just be Summoner?
Why? Yeah, why is it
with
not just Summoner?
Is Rampart dead?
Oh. Well. St. Elmo's Fire.
Yeah. That is a lot of job points.
So wait, if you hit that, are you going to get a heart or are you going to get a wall chicken?
Fucking log off.
Well, it was a candle, so probably just a heart.
The many-month break that we have to take every now and then.
Mm-hmm. We'll find Alma eventually. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I did notice that in, like for this one, it's just a mechanical thing, so taking months is just like, oh, it's a joke, cool, great. But, like, Chrono Cross kind of also had this problem. It was a lot more obvious that the villain was just dicking around doing absolutely nothing while you were doing stuff.
Yeah. Man, I really liked the first half of Chrono Cross. You could tell almost to the point where they ran out of money and time.
I think Chrono Cross got like bad right around the time they tried to shoehorn in Chrono Trigger stuff.
Yes. Yes. 100%. Yes.
It really should just had like a couple of things in there that's like a wink wink reminder that yeah, this might be in the same universe, who cares, and then not mention it at all.
Loon Knight. Loon Knight.
Loon Knight?
So wait, is this an actual bug, or you just is the game just like
Loon Knight
sifting through all of the garbage
That's
for in the memory for
Beowulf.
random titles?
Is Beowulf along on that trip?
Loon
At least I think that's
Knight.
Beowulf. Nothing really all that great.
Nothing really all that great. You know, we just found the Tower of Babel.
Yes, the boss fight at Lenny's Bell is an amazing fight in Chrono Cross.
It's also really hard.
Yeah. And I'm okay with that. Now, one thing I will say about Chrono Cross that I think everyone can agree with, the music in that game is incredible.
Absolutely, and it was probably one of the best looking PlayStation titles at the time. Final Fantasy IX is the other one.
I couldn't say.
Loon won Miguel in the first damn shot because of course he did.
Oh, geez. That's right, Loon Knight is a character class we don't have. Oops. Newbie, I think you broke the game.
Don't think about it.
Like, I'm serious that you've started a glitch where the game is just looking in the memory for any random title, And pretty soon you're just going to wake up and Ramza has 99 dirks in his lap.
Don't worry about it.
It'll be fine.
I've got a good feeling. Rampart, but not red.
Mm-hmm. Yep, okay.
Ah, Mirage Tower.
No. Turn back.
Okay.
Fight the bad man, newbie.
And then...
Forget the bad man. You're gonna
Real-
run into a sentry and it's gonna cave your head in with one punch.
I'm sorry, the sentry? Don't you mean war mech?
Also that. Sentries have a higher chance of showing up,
punch.
though.
One punch.
Sentry, or, hey, you know what? We're just gonna give this random enemy the same attack power as the final boss. Have fun with that.
Final Fantasy 1 has some dumbass design. It's
know.
great.
Final Fantasy 1 is extremely somebody's first D&D campaign.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, like, Ultima and Wizardry had very, very big Japanese audiences. They fucking love that shit.
Well, I mean, there's so many things from Final Fantasy 1 that had to be edited before it was released because it was pretty much directly a D&D thing, and the people from D&D said, no, you can't do that. That
No,
is
the
trademarked.
intelligence stat has to be broken.
Yeah. Intelligence set has to not work. Wizards are not Pisco demons, or mind flayers are wizards. And the eye had to be completely changed because it was just straight up a beholder.
Like, I would absolutely force Final Fantasy 1, the NES game, on people just for the raw historical experience.
Oh yeah.
Get that bad feel gaming vibe directly into your veins.
Speaking of Final Fantasy 1,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Matoya's Cave.
there are actually more propositions that we're not seeing from some of these places. I don't know when they unlock. Or maybe you just have to hit the proper levels of whatever. This is the way.
This is the stance.
Does Black Materia just have the same... It has the same exact description as the other ones. What else did we
Boo.
pick up? St. Elmo's, right.
It's so weird that they just use black and white materia as a reference to Final Fantasy 3 of all things.
Virus causes disease.
Virus causes fire.
Alright, this is specifically Mirage Tower from 5.
Oh.
Oh, okay. The Phoenix one, right?
Yeah, I guess, because it's talking about Ronka.
Yeah, the wrong
Yeah, right.
castle. Coating the walls keeps the tower hidden. Once in a while, the castle can be faintly visible.
God,
Okay.
can we please just skip that? I am not in the mood to fight like a billion dancers that can just zombie the entire party.
Apparently,
What?
Ronka... No, that might just be the FF1. Because
Oh.
Ronka's also mentioned here with Matoya.
There you go.
Yeah, okay, they're just like, whatever, to shove all this cameo.
The name
Also-
of that area is called Ronkin.
Also, they're describing Matoya as a man.
I mean, not everything's going to be perfect. It's one of those things in lore and what have you, or they just didn't use the right pronouns. Maybe they meant to use Sarda.
Maybe they just dumped a
Mixed it
whole
up.
bunch of files in the developer's lap and just like,
Have
here,
at it, yeah.
more.
Matoya. That's a guy's name, right? With Delita and Ramza? That's also true. Japanese doesn't really use a lot of gendered pronouns, so translation might have made a goof.
Oh my god. A chocobo car.
No.
Oh, Winged Wolf asks, what's with the injured/casualties thing?
That is how many units you lose versus how many units the enemy loses. So injured is how many enemy units that turn into crystals or treasure. Casualties is how many yours do it. And obviously I'm not letting people be destroyed forever, so mine will never go up.
That's your win-loss rate for the season.
Ultimate Activism. Carrot, a Morbol, owned by the Samnus family,
Oh, no.
was missing. 5 months old at the time.
By the way, the injuries is how many KOs your team eats. Casualties is how many people you let get crystalled.
Oh, okay. That's how
Okay.
many. Okay. I thought it. Alright. Yep. Nope, that seems about right.
Yeah, actually, like the number seems a bit low for the amount of kills you've made.
Oh
this
shit!
player.
Battle the
Yeah.
demon Lilith. We have a statue of her. Also, everything is Vacus instead of Bacchus.
Yeah, that'd be an actual, like, god. That's weird. Can't have that in the game.
Like, these are so interesting to actually read. I could waste time reading every single one of these just to see all the little references.
Someone sent me a private message saying, "So who would you suggest you play in Final Fantasy 1 as your opening class? Just pick a fighter and a red mage and 2 other people and have fun. That's all you need."
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, you know, your mythical airships such as the Highwind, the Enterprise, the Hindenburg.
Yep.
Hindenburg salvage. Those sure are 2 words that get put together.
If you want to grab a thief for your first time through, just so you understand the pain of it, go nuts. But so long as you have a fighter and a red mage, you have just about everything you need covered in the game. After that, pick one more melee class and one more magic user, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, the other thing too is like in FF1, Thief is one of the 4 defaults. So
Yeah.
people just pick him for that reason.
Well, anyway, I think that's a good place to call this session.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine.
Next time, I swear to God, I'll get a couple people grinded up. And yet, at the same time, like, how many more story characters are there? There's not that many, right?
Like
yeah,
characters
I
you
can
pick
think of.
up during the course of the story, or characters that join your party that are unique
The main
over
story.
the main story.
Yeah,
Not many.
yeah.
Just like
a
one
lot.
more,
A lot of the rest
I
of them
think
are
it's
side.
one.
Yeah, a lot of the rest of them are side characters. So I need to grind up at least Rafa, Malik. Sorry, you're probably gonna be shelved. I'll figure out something to do with them.
You probably also have to use a little bit of work on Agrias just to give her a couple more
Oh
levels
yes,
because
absolutely.
she is behind.
Absolutely agree. She's
Okay,
good.
so question.
What's up?
You're going to... Okay, so between Rafa and Malik, you're going to pick the character that blew her own damn self up.
She has good faith. She's a good caster. Also, the real thing is you have to get the chemist thing on her because she's the best move finder.
Yeah, okay.
Her move find is based off of how low your brave is, and she has 31 brave.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless you purposely manipulate somebody, she is the best move finder that you're going to find.
It makes sense too, because remember, canonically, she's like 14 or 15.
Yep. Anyway, that's it for this session. Let me do my save state shenanigans. Okay. Yeah, next time. Finally, over here. Coal Town. Colton.